Hello, hello. Wake up. It's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. It's the countdown to my birthday. Hold on. It's the countdown. Wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. And so, in 13 days, August 13th, I will be 63 years old, Lord willing. Happy Friday, it's Fireball Friday, and wake up, it's the first of the month. I'm dealing with some health issues, and all right, it's gonna be all right, all right, it's gonna be all right. Well, what do we have going on with our president? Well, let me tell you what our president-elect Donald Trump is doing. He's spending $200 million on the new ballroom on the White House grounds. $200 million on a ballroom in the White House. Mm, he can give that 200 million to the slaves, the ancestors of the slaves that built the White House is what he should be doing. But that's not neither here nor there. We're talking right now. And so let me play the video.
Administrations and White House staff have longed for a large event space on the White House complex that can hold substantially more guests than currently allowed. President Trump has expressed his commitment to solving this problem on behalf of future administrations and the American people. The White House is one of the most beautiful and
Wait a minute, let me
proud to announce that the construction of the new
wait a
White
minute,
House
let me
will begin. For 150 years, presidents, administrations,
wait a
and
minute.
White House
I need to
staff are proud to announce that the construction of the new White House ballroom will begin. For 150 years, presidents, administrations, and White House staff have longed for a large event space on the White House complex that can hold substantially more guests than currently allowed. President Trump has expressed his commitment to solving this problem on behalf of future administrations and the American people. The White House is one of the most beautiful and historic buildings in the world, yet the White House is currently unable to host major functions, honoring world leaders in other countries without having to install a large and unsightly tent approximately 100 yards away from the main building's entrance. The White House State Ballroom will be a much needed and exquisite addition of approximately 90,000 total square feet of a neatly designed and carefully crafted space with a seating capacity of 650 people, which is a significant increase from the 200-person seated capacity in the East Room of the White House. In recent weeks, President Trump has held several meetings with members of the White House staff, the National Park Service, the White House Military Office, and the United States Secret Service to discuss design features and planning. President Trump has chosen McCreary Architects as the lead architect, which is well known for their classical architectural design and based right here in our nation's capital. The construction team will be headed by Clark Construction, and the engineering team will be led by AECOM. The project will begin in September 2025 and is expected to be completed long before the end of President Trump's term. President Trump and other donors have generously committed to donating the funds necessary to build this approximately $200 million structure. The United States Secret Service will provide the necessary security enhancements and modifications. The White House ballroom will be substantially separated from the main building of the White House, but at the same time, its theme and architectural heritage will be almost identical. The site of the new ballroom will be where the small, heavily changed and reconstructed East Wing currently sits. East Wing was constructed in 1902 and has been renovated and changed many times, with the second story added in 1942. White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles has provided the following statement. President Trump is a builder at heart and has an extraordinary eye for detail. The President and the Trump White House are fully committed to working with the appropriate organizations to preserve the special history of the White House while building a beautiful ballroom that can be enjoyed by future administrations and generations of Americans to come. In the White House, we will continue to provide the American public and all of you in the press with updates on this project at whitehouse.gov/visit. And if you go there shortly, you will be able to see renderings and visuals of what this ballroom will look like, both the exterior and the interior. I have provided some photos for all of you in the room today. This is the interior of the ballroom space. It's quite beautiful. And then this is the exterior of the ballroom space. As you can see, it will come off of the executive mansion as it's today. And the East Wing will be modernized and renovated. We're happy to answer any further questions on that.
There you have it. $200 million on a ballroom. Can't make this up. 200 million. Man, they must get ready to have robots serving people. Good God Almighty. $200 million. For a new ballroom for the White House. $200 million. Trump is trying to say he's paying for it in private donors. Yeah. Yeah, I ain't falling for that neither. Y'all always say what y'all gonna do when the taxpayers always end up funding a project. You can't make this stuff up. $200 million on a ballroom. They better have robots serving food and everything else. $200 million. Imagine that. Imagine what $200 million would do for your neighborhood, your community. $200 million. Y'all hold on for a minute. Hold on for one moment. $200 million on a ballroom. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. So, Trump, President-elect Donald J. Trump, is spending $200 million for a ballroom. You can't make this up. $200 million. Oh my God. Is it going to be hand painted, hand carved, stained glasses? What kind of windows? I mean, what's really going on? $200 million. Lord have mercy. Oh my God. People out here starving. People deciding whether they're going to buy food or their medicine, or they got to buy medicine that Medicare is not covering, and they're paying for their medications. Can't travel, can't take a vacation because of inflation. And you gonna hit us, me, a senior citizen in the United States of America. You can find $200 million to build a doggone ballroom. You need to fix Medicare. Medicare. We need a bigger increase. Our cost of living does not keep up with our monthly checks. What a slap in the face, Mr. Orange Man. $200 million on a freaking ballroom. Can't make this stuff up. And the American people, some people have started commuting again. Gas is so high. Everything's high. I mean, it costs to live now. You know, we were doing okay there for a minute. But now, the way these prices of food, groceries, gas, everything, and you can find some private donors to spend $200 million on a freaking ballroom. You can't make this up. Oh boy, 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 boy. Well, anyway, Trump is spending $200 million on a new ballroom, and then I guess P. Diddy was supposed to have gotten some bad news. Everybody's saying that they put in some new paperwork and that he's not gonna be getting out. Uh, Go to Tisa Tales, Ticket TV, Whitney D Live. Uh, they all talking about it. So let's see what's this bad news that P. Diddy is supposed to get. Because I tell you, the way that whole case was played out wasn't good. It was not good. It looked they really they really didn't want to prosecute Diddy. I remember a lot of people was saying that it was a humiliation ritual. They humiliating him, but he wouldn't go all the way down. And so, you know, to me, they proved the case. Uh, as long as R. Kelly is in jail, Diddy should stay in jail. P. Diddy is just attached to too many unalive bodies. And he's just, in my opinion, a no good dirty dog. But then again, I don't know. There might be some good in him. But they are saying, they were saying Trump was going to pardon him, which I don't think that will happen. But then again, hey, we've seen stranger things happen. Keep on living. All I know is he should not walk out of that jail. He should not get time served. But hey, who am I? Who am I? And it is the countdown to my birthday, August 13th. Lord willing, I will be 63 years old. And I am thankful that I'm still alive. I'm steady fighting demons daily. Trying to be a better person. Um, you know, I'm keeping peace. I spend a lot of time in my apartment, well, which I always did. Being on YouTube, reading books, watching a whole lot of old movies, keeping my mind, body, and soul all in alignment. Because I'm going to tell you, people will fail you. People will switch up on you. at a moment's notice. So I'm thankful that I'm still alive. And the message I want to send to people and the message I want to give is people will switch up on you at the drop of a dime. So be prepared. Everybody ain't who they appear to be. And you need to look at each person. Don't look at nobody in your life, whether they family, friends, or anybody. Don't think anybody is loyal to you, okay? So I want to save you some heartache and pain. Everybody is not going to be loyal to you. Everybody's not gonna think about you the way you think about them. People will switch up on you. They will switch up. Ain't no more ride or die. You know, one day you friends, the next day they cursing you out. Ain't no loyalty. Ain't no trying to communicate. Ain't no respecting nobody's opinions or viewpoints. And me, I'ma keep on doing me and keep on being me. Another one bites the dust. But to my listeners, don't ever think anybody is loyal to you. Hey Joshua, I'ma send that today. I had to get some kind of thing off my you know how I was gonna send it. Some kind of fraud alert thing. But you'll get it today. But nobody is 100% loyal to anybody. Okay, um, they're not loyal. Okay, at noon, okay, yeah, they are not loyal. Uh, and you think somebody down with you, and they'll switch up on you at the drop of a dime. So, you know, I'm just letting you know, these are things, you know, people didn't tell us, uh, getting us prepared on this road of life. They didn't tell us that we were going to meet some dirty, no good people. They didn't tell us friends will betray you, friends, family, anybody can betray you. You know, don't think, don't think everybody got your back or somebody has your back. But me, the beautiful April showers, I want to say I was blessed with a great network of family and friends. And we've been there for each other. And I don't know how I would have made it some days without having the family and friends. Well, I would have made it because I have God first in my life. And, you know, as we were taught, He's a way maker. And so, God being the way maker that He is, has sent me great people in my life. and he sent me some rotten people. But we're going to talk about the good. And so, okay, I I I try to share people's shows. So if you go to my post and you see my recommendations for people channel, please go check them out. Okay? Because we can all do this. We can all help each other out so we can at least get more views. Now I'm trying to see what is going on with this Diddy. What the heck? Oh, okay. So, very bad.
With the prosecutors are responding to the bail package, responding to what they were meant to by Judge Ballroom. It looks like what they're saying is very good. Hey guys, it's Rob Raleigh doing the inconsistent content. Let's get straight into this video. Also, you can kiss goodbye to pardoning by Trump's people because there are reports saying that his own attorneys don't want Trump to do that. It's not going to serve him anything. And so therefore, I don't think that we're going to see that happen. And the chances of that are far more slimmer than when that deadline report came out. Federal prosecutors, guys, officially fired back last night. They submitted their docket at 11:30 p.m., half an hour before the closing window, to submit what they needed to in response. I thought they weren't going to do it. I wonder why they left it so last minute. But federal prosecutors are firing back at Sean Diddy Combs' request to be released on bail, citing an extensive history of violence and that he must remain in jail. Now, this particular angle of violence is a good angle to use because Judge Haroon said that this man should not be getting out of jail and bail denied because his own lawyer admitted that he's violent. Diddy was acquitted last month, as we all know, and his lawyers are pushing out these convictions. But in response filing, prosecutors argue that Diddy must remain in jail until October. They say nothing has changed since the judge previously denied bail, and if anything, the trial showed how violent the star can be. The trial record is replete with evidence of the defendant's acts of violence towards others, they write. His decade-long relationship with Cassie was defined by his repeated acts of violence and abuse. The defendant's temper and violence was also unpredictable. In the filing, prosecutors highlighted an alleged attack on an unnamed girlfriend, probably Jane, in June 2024, during which Diddy allegedly picked her up in a chokehold and punched her in the face twice, before kicking her repeatedly while she was on the ground. The fact that the defendant committed this vicious attack just 3 months prior to his arrest, and while he was unambiguously aware that he was under federal investigation, highlights, as the court included, a disregard for the rule of law and the propensity of violence. I mean, that is a good smackdown to say, well, you know, this man is going to be a flight risk. This man is going to be a danger to the community because whilst he was under investigation, he was still extremely violent towards people whilst he was out prior to being arrested. So why should this man be bailed? Because if he was doing this in July 2024, June 2024 to Jane, he would do this to anybody else pending his October sentencing date. So I think this is the most valid receipt the prosecution have. It's a golden receipt, and it really is the only thing they have in this moment of time because Diddy was acquitted of RICO. But the judge did cite danger to the community for why he was denied bail after being acquitted. So therefore, prosecution are honing in on this. They really are marking their territory that this is what the judge doesn't like, and this is what the judge is aware of: danger to the community. Cool. Okay, Diddy will be facing sentencing on October, as we know, and he's likely to receive 2 to 5 years in prison. On Monday, his lawyers pushed for his release until sentencing, arguing that the prostitution customers or Johns are essentially never incarcerated like he has been because he was just a voyeurism. He wasn't somebody partaking in whoever he was transporting around.
Okay, so they denied Diddy's bail. They say he's a danger to society. We do have to remember He was charged with 2 crimes. I don't even know. All I know is it wasn't the RICO. But the 2 crimes that he was found guilty of, I think he can face up to 25 years. And he needs to, like I say, if R. Kelly's locked up, he should be locked up too. But R. Kelly is a saint compared to P. Diddy. So, to me, that whole case, it was a spectacle. You sitting there and you're like, okay, they proving everything. Then some people saying they wasn't approving. And I still don't understand why some people was like, free him and all of that. Woo! But hey, it is what it is. So let me see. Any other topics? Oh, Shannon Sharp is being sued again. Um, and like I say, Trump, I'm getting ready to send you an email to the White House. And I want to ask you to help me with Medicare and some of the medicines that they don't cover. If you can find 200 million from private donors to do the White House ballroom, I need you to find $200 million and put in Medicare for the people that's paying that worked all of their life. Put that 200 million in a prescription drug plan where all medicines are covered. There's no way people should be out here choosing medicine over food. It's no way. It's no way. Not especially people that worked their entire life and they paid taxes. Paid taxes, worked 40 years. So, but it's politics. I'm going to trust in my God, my higher power, my way maker. Man will disappoint you. And, it's their world. And neither one of them, Democrats nor Republicans, give a darn about us, the regular people. It would be nice if people can get together, the American people. We can't even get together to get justice served with Medicare, inner city programs, just so much, so much. And right now, I feel as though evil is winning. You know, I'm looking at middle class going to poor people, turning into poor people. And it shouldn't be that way. So this is just a brief live. I will come back on later today, but I'm thankful that in 13 days, Lord willing, I will see 63. I am thankful to still be alive, but I was not prepared to live this life without the people that I know loved me so much. And sometimes the pain and the grief, and you look up and you look over your life, and for my birthday, like for my 50th, we went to Sweetie Pie's in St. Louis. Sweetie Pie's was a popular show owned by Miss Robbie. For my 50th, the whole family went down there to St. Louis. Then for my 60th, I did 5 trips that year, but we finished off in Las Vegas. But for some reason, this year everything's hitting different. And I guess this probably will be the first year without my cousin Pam. And we're 10 years apart. And my birthday is August 13th, and hers was August 14th. And so, this will be my first birthday without her, calling her. But anyway, have a great day, everybody. Be blessed, be thankful. Um, it's a whole different world out there now. And, it's hard, but you gotta adapt. But nothing is like what it was when I was growing up. That's all gone. And even the morals and values are gone. But this is April Showers. Peace out.